my heart to be so well received in every city so far along our great journey. And not only, first of all, this is Nate. He's also one of us. He's live streaming right now. So we're all here. We're just one vehicle in the Caravan. There's also a central route that left out of San Francisco. And there's at least 2 vehicles that I know of on that route. And there's 2 vehicles on our route. The other vehicle is still in Flagstaff right now, and there's 7 of them as well. So hopefully they'll work out their transmission fluid leak and get here tonight. Gosh, I'm really excited to get up on that soapbox and see what I can do for 99 seconds.
Go for it.
And hold me to it. If I go over 99, I expect like one of those old, theater-style hooks to like yank me off or something fun like that.
You can go over, dude.
You can go over. All right. But hey, we got a really great group of people. You know, I got brought on. I got invited onto this caravan about a month ago through Lisa, who I met at Occupy LA. And, Lisa was thinking about getting an RV and hitting it out here. We were talking about running this caravan out to Wall Street last winter while we were all meeting at Occupy LA, and whether or not the funds were going to come through and we could actually make the journey. And then suddenly, bam, Occupy, all the encampments were getting broken up, and even then Occupy LA got taken out, and like, well, where do we go for here? Well, I got called up, and before you knew it, the funding was there, 10 grand. Lisa decided not to come, so heading the southern route out of LA sort of fell in my lap, and I'm rising to the occasion as best I can, and we're having a great time. Most of these guys I met just a couple of days ago.
3 days ago.
Fury was at Occupy LA, so we had some history there. But I didn't even know who was hopping on the ride until I met him the day of. I'd been talking with Deborah in Vegas, and Deborah was helping us plan our event in Vegas, and she even brought in a PBS documentary that may be popping in on us down in New Orleans and other hub cities, and maybe even Philadelphia, hopefully. But, what this is about is announcing that the movement is alive and well. And this is not just America, of course. This is a global movement, right?
Yeah.
And we are one human family on this earth, right?
Yeah.
I love saying that everywhere I go because it's true. And, we're evolving collectively, right? And it's so much fun to watch our history and to see where we are now and imagine where we might go. And it's up to us. We are creating this. And we the people. And the collective consciousness is so powerful, guys. I mean, really, when we're talking about 50 dudes that think they might be running things because they got a big back pocket, give me a break. I mean, really, give me a break. So now that, there are, so many people in the streets all over this beautiful world, we all have the internet, we see it online, we see these photos everywhere. Montreal, Egypt, it's happening. It is happening. I believe, are you all familiar with a term called the collective consciousness? Yeah. Right? Are you all familiar with the term critical mass? Yeah. I believe we've reached critical mass. I believe that's what the Occupy movement is. It really symbolizes that for me. For the longest time, I was asking people like, gosh, well, how much longer do you think we have? How close are we, guys? Asking, my elders and people from the 60s, from the movement back then. And, well, we're close, Scotty, we're close. And then, bam, the Occupy movement hits, springs out of Wall Street. And how long did it take for almost every city in this country to have an encampment?
2 weeks.
Yeah, it has happened overnight almost, And that's critical mass for you, man. It's like humanity, we are so ready for this. It's happening. And, so, once again, thank you for the welcome. I love you guys. Anybody have anything else to say? Deborah, hit it.
when I asked Scotty what was how hard it was getting out of LA, being a trail boss, being gone all the time, and he said the hardest thing was the number of people he had to disappoint because they couldn't go on the caravan. And we're here, and it's a wonderful moment of jubilation, but I keep thinking about all the people who wanted to go and can't.
Yeah.
You're unemployed, like me, but I don't have a car or money. And if you have a car or money and a job, you probably can't take off because you'll likely be fired. So this is meant to be a time of jubilation. Scotty and we had all these sad emails from people on the road who wanted to join, but nobody had a car and gas. So it's a time of jubilation, but at the same time, there's an inherent reminder to those of us who can get out to think. One guy was talking about walking from Mike. He was talking about walking from just an enormous distance, to be able to get to either Vegas or Phoenix.
Yeah.
But we didn't have a ride for him. So those of us who are out and about, there was 2 people here I talked to who couldn't get a ride. So, let's remember all the folks who would love to be joining us and meeting all these new people. It's such a wonderful thing, but it is, in some ways, it's a very serious thing we're undertaking. So I try to think about all the people who want to be with us and can't.
Yeah, just to thank you, Deborah. It is true. On a positive note, the 3 people that met us down at the LA Cornfields, this national park that we chose to rendezvous at as our departure point. There were 3 people that were hoping to get a seat, and some of them had even come the night before to our kickoff party. And what do you think, dude? Think you're gonna have a seat for me? Well, meet me tomorrow, bro. We'll see. 3 of them actually wanted to come. We didn't have room for everybody, but Lisa was able to connect them with the dude who was actually planning to come out to Philly like a week from then. So their smiles just erupted as soon as they, Lisa put them in touch. And so they will go. And where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So one love, guys.
Are we all getting a chance to speak up here?